I baited a debt server for 3 months and got him arrested for trying to hit me. 3 months ago, I had a debt server knock on my door. He was basically a court-appointed official whose job was to issue formal demands to pay owed debts and court directives. The order wasn't for me, it was for the last guy that lived here, but for some reason he didn't believe me. I later found out that he thought I was being shifty when I said I wasn't the person he was looking for the next few visits. Over the next couple of weeks, he'd knock on my door every couple of days and try to issue me the papers. I suppose court rules mean that he can't just leave them there, but must physically hand it to me and I must accept it, or it's not legit. Either way, he refused to believe I wasn't the one he was after, and didn't believe any of my ID, since my ID shows me without a beard, much younger, and different hair. After that, he started stalking around my home, waiting for me to leave for work, and waiting for me when I got home. He'd follow me to the bus stop, and follow me to my door. Every time he'd knock on my door, he'd spend up to 20 minutes knocking, shouting out the wrong name, and saying things like, "I know you're in there, I can hear the TV," or "hear you sneeze/cough/ the microwave beeping," etc. He started issuing threats, first of fines and jailing, then started telling me what happens to people in prison. That I'd lose my job, never work again, get raped, stabbed, and more. I have a live digital peephole on my door, so I used to switch it to my computer and watch him pacing, getting angrier and angrier, shouting threats, and eventually leave. Then I started to fuck with him. From work, I'd remote access my computer and leave the peephole camera on until I saw him, and randomly play music or recordings of me having fake conversations. When I got home, I'd have a hoodie on and look like I was trying to dodge him, then use the pathways around my apartment to hide and sneak up my stairs when he wasn't looking. I'd run out of my apartment and down the road, then leap over a fence and make it look like I'd disappeared. I'd encourage my neighbors to call the police when he sat in his car for hours on end to try and catch me, or even sneak in and out through the fire escape. My next step was to try a Bugs Bunny-style cross-dress maneuver to really mess him up. Finally, after 3 months of hilarity, I came out one morning to a police car, 2 cops, and this guy looking smug as fuck. He said I was under arrest because I'd failed to accept the papers and therefore missed a court date. The officers advised me of my rights and that I would be taken in. I said there was a mistake, that I wasn't the person they were looking for, and I'd told this guy months ago. The police asked for ID, and I gladly showed them my new ID. In fact, I showed them 6 pieces of individual IDs and 2 bills that I was taking to work to pay. The police accepted it all and turned to tell the debt server that I was clearly not the right person. The guy looked livid and started screaming about how I was shifty, how I lied to him, dodged him like I was hiding something. I shrugged and said, "Sorry, buddy, but I told you that you got the wrong guy the first 3 times you knocked on my door." I turned to the police and asked if they could provide me with some notification that I was delayed from getting to work. And next thing, the server lunged toward me with a fist, before getting grabbed and forced to the ground by 2 officers. They cuffed him and advised I was welcome to make an issue out of it. I said it wasn't necessary, but I just wanted him to get the help he needed.